Alright, so what I've got here is a 2006 Honda Foreman 500. Mine has the electric shift with the automatic option, but this should cover pretty much all of these Foreman 500 models, or most of them. Our issue, as you can see, is our fuel gauge is blinking and is not working. Now, the majority of the time when this happens, this is going to be your culprit. It's your sending unit in the tank. For this model, there's the part number. It should be pretty much the same for all of them. Alright, so real quick, I'll show how to test this. Basically, when your fuel gauge is flashing, that's the computer or dash saying it does not see a signal from this that is within the specified range. So if your unit tests good, then you either have a problem in the wiring harness or in the dash itself. To test this, you set your multimeter to ohms. I've got mine on the 2000 ohms range, and just take your leads, go one to the other on the plug, and then you can just move your float up and down. So right now this would be a full tank. You see we're getting about 6 ohms, and then as you move it, it will slowly go up. So an empty tank, you're getting around 206 ohms, 207. Alright, so to get to this, it's not too hard. Just remove your fuel cap. So I've got zip ties and whatnot holding these parts on. Typically you're going to have little plastic clips. Usually I use 2 flathead screwdrivers, come in and the little openings on them and pry it up out, and then you can then pull it out. They break oftentimes, so be ready for that. And then I'm going to just loosen this side. You probably don't have to loosen both sides. It may make it a little easier to get this out, but I'm going to do this side and remove this cover right here. On this panel, there should be a bolt right here. Most are going to have another panel right here that snaps in. And then there's a couple more push pins here and here. And then up here is going to be that clip like I just showed you. Once you get it loosened up, it slides different ways in these plastics. On the gas tank plastic, it slides backwards. You can see these tabs, and then where it meets the front fenders, slides forwards. Now that we've got those off, here's our sending unit. So you've got 3 bolts holding it in, and then you want to follow your wire here. It goes down and tucks into a little clamp right there, and then another one on the other side. Back up in there where the light's shining, you see a red plug with our wires going to it. You kind of just have to try your best to get that out, unless if you want to pull more of the fenders. Alright, and you can see the little locking tab right there, where that tab folds away like that, and then it comes out. So now we've got it free, let's remove that. Let's go ahead and loosen all 3 bolts. Now I've got those bolts loose. I'm going to very gently remove this guy. And that float will barely just squeeze through the hole there. Just about a perfect fit. Just like that, we've got it out. You want to swap your metal piece over to your new one. Alright, before you install your new one, don't forget to install your new seal. This comes with the sending unit if you order it from Honda. Go ahead and slip that in. And now this sending unit goes in here only one way. You'll see this tab lines up right here. Make sure you're seated in the middle. And go ahead and install your bolts. Tighten them down. Don't go too tight on these, otherwise you'll rip the nut inserts out of the fuel tank and you'll need a new fuel tank. So past that, you just reverse your disassembly process and you should be good to go. Alright, so after all that, we've got it all back together and we're all good.